Hey everybody, missed you guys a whole lot. Day 2 of art long range education. Last time, in the last video, we drew a funky flower, bright colors, lots to do. This one is super easy, super simple, but it kind of creates an illusion on your paper, playing tricks on people. We talk about that in art class all the time. It has a little overlapping. Everybody knows what overlapping is, where things look like they're behind other things. And it has perspective, which is when things get farther away, they appear to get smaller. So we've done all those things in all grade levels at some point or another, whether or not we talked about the perspective vocabulary. With the littles, we might not have, but big kids totally know what that is. And what was the other thing it had? I can't think of what it was, but it's a super cool, easy drawing. It'll make your flat piece of paper look like you could climb into a little hole and go disappear into your paper. Super cool. You're going to need a pencil and maybe a marker or a black crayon if you don't have a marker. I maybe do my shading with a black colored pencil, but mine is a sad broken colored pencil, so he might not be the one I use. I might just shade at the very end with my regular pencil. So we'll start with that regular pencil. And in the middle of my paper, I'm going to draw a square. No ruler, just freehand. Make it as straight as you can. No worries if it's not perfectly perfect. And then I'm going to draw a diagonal line from one corner, like a slide, down to the bottom corner. And then I'm going to do a repeating pattern of horizontal side to sides and verticals, straight up and downs, lines going like this, starting on the left, going to that diagonal line, and then drawing a vertical line all the way down to the bottom, just like that. And I'm going to do it again over here on the left, draw a horizontal line to the diagonal, and then go all the way down to the bottom like that. Don't make them too close together. That'll make your life a little more difficult. It'll still work, but I'm going to do maybe 5 or 6 of these line patterns. I wouldn't try to go do like 30. That might be a little too much for you, but I'm just going to keep repeating until I end up with a small, not teeny tiny, but a small square in the corner like that. So already our illusion is starting to happen, but it'll be even cooler here in a second. All right, so I'm going to try to make a thin line on the left side of my square, tracing. Put your marker on the line and keep your marker on the line, and across the bottom. And I'll trace the right line and the left line. Not the left line, the top line. I'm not going to trace the middle line. We're going to leave that line pencil. And then we'll trace these vertical and horizontal lines, and we'll trace all of them first, and then we'll go back and we'll color in some spaces. Now I may actually dig out a black crayon for coloring in spaces so I don't use up all the juice in the Sharpie. But if you want to color with your marker, that's totally fine. But I think I'm going to give Mr. Sharpie a break. And I'm sure I've got an old black crayon. Oh yeah, crayons at home look just like crayons in the art room, boys and girls. And I'll start by coloring in my smallest square. Try to stay in the lines, nice and neat. And then I'll skip a space and color in. Bearing down pretty hard. I like these videos because you guys can stop and pause, redo. Telling you, if you do this one a second time, it'll be even better than this first time you try it. You can probably do it different colors and really get creative with it too if you keep practicing. All right, then I'm gonna skip a space. Oh, look, totally saw that coming. Got out of lines just a little bit right there. It'll be okay, no worries. Really take your time coloring, whether you're using a Sharpie or a crayon. I really don't like all these little white lines in here, but I'll go back and get them. Just do your best to stay in the lines and keep it nice and neat. Okay, good touch, there's that. Touch it up there. That's pretty good. You could add another layer to make it black, white, black, white, black, white, black, but it's okay. All right, I'm gonna do my shading with a pencil. Like I said, my colored pencil is kind of horrible, broken. And I'm just gonna shade just like this, just the bottom part of my white spaces. Now, shading just means you are gonna fill in a space without pressing too hard with a pencil. Now, if I bear down, hold my pencil super tight, it would be really dark. We don't wanna go quite that dark. I'm holding my pencil super loose, relaxed hand, and just filling in that whole space, trying to make it a solid, solid gray. And then I'm gonna fill in this space, but I'm not gonna make it quite as dark because it's not as deep down in my whole. And then this space too, a little lighter. And already we're done. That was super easy. So looks like there's my paper, and I could go jumping down into this hole, deep down through the paper to the floor. It's a cool trick. So don't forget to sign it and share it with me, email it, or send it Facebook or Instagram, or however you want to get in touch with me. I miss everybody a whole lot, and I hope you enjoy this drawing video. We'll see you again really soon. Keep drawing.